Let's give it up for Amy Polukowitz. And I know.
Kim, I too have been sober for 20 hours. You know, I had stopped drinking during the pandemic because I was diagnosed over the phone with GERD, you know, like not Irma GERD, but like the gastro thing. And then this week was so boring and nothing happened. And so I just started drinking again. Like what? I love how the people that were doing this storming of the Capitol building, they were like, we're gonna make it like the Confederacy. Okay, that lasted for 5 years, you guys. In the grand scheme of things, like you didn't do that well. It's already been 4 years. So like at the most you guys get one more. And that's a lot to ask. I spent the morning trying to find the perfect Excel spreadsheet for my check register. So adulthood is exactly like I imagined when I was 4. And I think you really know your childhood is over when you start using your whipped cream dispenser, not to crack whippets, but to dispense whipped cream. That's our dreams start to die. Keith, I don't mean to brag, but I'm 278 millionth in line for the COVID vaccine. Getting that like in 2025, that's great. I do want to talk about Cobra Kai. Okay, I love this show. First of all, thank you. I know you guys are watching it because you're middle-aged men and women. So I use this as a barometer on social media, first of all, because if I post something about Cobra Kai and any of my friends are like, oh my God, that's so cheesy. I'm like, you have to leave now. We can't be friends anymore if you don't understand nostalgia and this show. It's cheesy for a reason. There are some problems though, just small little things. Like, you guys know that Ralph Macchio is 59 years old? The kids in the show are like 15, 16 years old. Like, those could be my kids and Ralph Macchio could be my dad. But whatever, you know what? Maybe he's got a young wife. Fine, that's all right. Oh, and by the way, Pat Morita in the original movie, who looked like a 500-year-old man, was only 51. So if that gives you any kind of. And then there's Johnny. Now, Johnny, all right, we got to give this guy some credit because he still looks pretty good. He's kept it tight. You know, he's still looking pretty good. But in the show, he walks around like, what's email? What's the internet? I'm like, okay. Were you frozen in a glacier since the 80s? Like, I know you're in Reseda. I live there. We have the internet. Like, what's going on with you? Also, he gives this speech about like his son. He's like, oh, I wasn't ready. I was too young. Like, the math says you were 38. Weren't ready at 38. It's never going to happen for you. Okay. I want the next time I fly, which is obviously going to be when I'm 60, the way that the world is going. I just would like them to acknowledge now that these whole speeches about like what to do in the event of a crash landing are bullshit because everybody dies on every flight that crashes. Right? You guys saw this week, this flight in Indonesia that just crashed. Like, has there ever been a survivor of a commercial flight that crashed? No. So let's just stop making us listen to the speeches. Let me order some shitty wine and some peanuts and let's get this show rolling. Okay. Let's stop pretending that in the event of a water landing, I'm going to be able to use my seat as a flotation device. Like, no, absolutely not. I heard this ad the other day for a wine club, and they were like, you know how they say that Thursday is the new Friday? Well, now with AA wines, every night can be the new Friday. Like, why are we stopping there? I'm gonna be like Pandemic Wines when 11 o'clock on a Monday is Friday night now. Yeah? New normal, you guys. Also, I love, Maria, you said you were watching The Queen's Gambit. I will not. I'm not going to pretend anymore that I'm okay with these English TV shows that everybody's like, oh my God, I love Bridgerton. I'm like, no, you don't. Okay. No, you don't. You're pretending. You're trying to look smart. It was the same thing with Downton Abbey. Okay. Downton Abbey came out and everybody was like, my God, you have to watch this show. And I was like, what is it about? And they're like, oh, it's about the servants in like 1800s England. I was like, why is that? That's like the real world boring edition. See what happens when 16 strangers are picked to live in a castle and things get very, very polite. Guys, thank you. This has been so much fun. I mean,